What's up, YouTube? This is Vicente Gonzalez back with another fantasy football video. Now, I did want to complete my player rankings, but as a PhD student, I got swamped with work and just couldn't find the time for it. But I am going to try to find time to do some weekly stardom sit-em videos. So here's the first one, my stardom sit-em week 1. At quarterbacks, I say you should start Sam Bradford, Andy Dalton, Ben Roethlisberger, Marcus Mariota, Carson Palmer, and sit Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Scott Tolzien, Phillip Rivers, Jay Cutler. Now, mind you, first of all, Jay Cutler, their game has been postponed, so he's an obvious not-start. But the rest, I think Sam Bradford's going to be really good against a spotty New Orleans Saints defense. He had a great year last year, despite not knowing the playbook very well, and has learned a lot, so I think he's going to build on that. Ben Roethlisberger, a lot of people don't think he's going to play very well against Cleveland. I think he will. I think he'll throw some touchdowns because I think it's going to be a little more pass-oriented this year than last year. I think Dak Prescott you should sit because New York Giants always seem to have the Dallas Cowboys' number when it comes to playing them, so I would hold off on that one for a week. And yeah, just play matchups. Obviously not Scott Tolzien, even though he's the starter, because he's not going to do very well. I just don't see a backup doing well. At running backs, I think you should start C.J. Anderson, Bilal Powell, Dalvin Cook, Todd Gurley, and Jordan Howard, and sit Mark Ingram, Kareem Hunt, Carlos Hyde, Lamar Miller, and LeGarrette Blount. Now, the stardoms are actually, I think they're pretty obvious. They're pretty much all studs. Besides Bilal Powell. Bilal Powell, I think you should start him because he's the focal point of the New York Jets offense, and they're going to have to give him the ball as many times as they can. And Dalvin Cook, I think he won that running back battle against Latavius Murray. He was hurt a little bit, so I think you can trust Dalvin Cook against the weak New Orleans Saints defense. The sit-ems, I'm just going based on matchups mostly. Also, LeGarrette Blount, he had a bad preseason and could be in a running back by committee, so watch out for that. I would wait a week or two. Same with Kareem Hunt. Now, Kareem Hunt won the starting battle, kind of, because Spencer Ware got hurt. So this will be his first game starting. I'd be wary about that because New England Patriots are really good, and I wouldn't start him, especially not when it's our first impression. Wide receivers, I say start Stephon Diggs, Kelvin Benjamin, Jamison Crowder, Oakland wide receivers, well, they're 1 and 2, and Brandon Cooks, and sit DeAndre Hopkins, Kevin White, Allen Robinson, Keenan Allen, and Robbie Anderson. Now again, the stardoms are pretty obvious. They're mostly studs. Kelvin Benjamin's going to be great this year. Stephon Diggs is going to build with his rapport with Sam Bradford. The Oakland receivers are going against a weak Tennessee defense, so I'd definitely start Crabtree and Amari Cooper. The sit-ems, again, are mostly matchup based. Kevin White, it's his first time starting. Cameron Meredith got hurt, so he's the number 1 there. But Kevin White's also kind of injury prone, and we've never seen him play more than a few games a season, so watch out for that. Maybe wait a week, see what he does. Keenan Allen, he's always hurt playing against a really good Denver defense, so I'd wait on that, see how well he does. And same with Robbie Anderson. He won the job because they got rid of everybody else, and Quincy Newman got hurt. I don't trust Robbie yet. I'd maybe see if they can get that quarterback situation under control. Tight ends, so I say start Jimmy Graham, Greg Olsen, Travis Kelce, Kyle Rudolph, Jordan Reed, and sit Martellus Bennett. The Chargers tight ends, Jack Doyle, all rookie tight ends, and Zach Miller. Again, the starters, they're studs, most of them. So they're pretty self-explanatory. You have to start them. The sit-ems, though, are a little more intuitive. Zach Miller, he may be the starter there, and the only target besides Kevin White for the Chicago Bears, but he's going against a pretty okay defense, and we don't really know how well Mike Glennon's going to do at quarterback, so I'd wait on that. Don't start a rookie tight end. Some people are saying to start Evan Ingram, but I'd wait on that because rookie tight ends usually face a bit of a learning curve. So just give them a few weeks, see how they pan out. Yeah. Oh, and the Chargers tight ends, they're going against a good Denver defense. And you don't know if Antonio Gates is going to do good or Hunter Henry is going to do good. So that's a situation I don't like. Defenses. I say start Carolina Panthers, Houston Texans, Pittsburgh Steelers, LA Rams, and the Denver Broncos, and sit Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns, Chicago Bears, Seattle Seahawks, and New York Jets. So defenses is kind of hard to tell because you always have a bunch of preseason rankings, but you really never know how well they're going to do. So I'm just doing matchup based pretty much. The Cleveland Browns are obviously going to struggle against the high-powered offense in Pittsburgh. The New York Jets are going to get run all over by Shady McCoy. So yeah, just play matchups this week. If you have a stud defense like Houston, play them, and just go off your instincts. But in conclusion, guys, this is week 1 of the season. It's our first experience with professional football again that matters. And you drafted the players you drafted for a reason. So start them and just enjoy the first week of football. Alright, so I'll see y'all next time with my week 2 Start 'em Sit 'em video. Like and subscribe, and happy Sunday.